give you guys the opportunity to come in the room, Virgo. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity to come on in. Come on in, Virgo. Let me make sure that this is like moved out of the way so you guys can see. Virgo, I'm trying to figure out what kind of reading I should do for you. I haven't went live in a while. And I was just sitting here. I'm like, let me just go ahead and go live and do a few readings. So Virgo, what I'm going to do is pull possibly 2 oracle cards just to see where you are, how you're feeling in this moment right now, Virgo. Let's pull from the Art of Manifestation. Let's see what comes out here. That is exactly what came out, by the way. It was 2 cards that fell out on the side. I know you guys didn't see it, but these were the 2 cards that fell out on the side, I swear. But because you guys did not see it, I am going to go ahead and do this in front of you. So this is going to be for Virgo. Let's just get 1 card for Virgo's mood. All right. First card that's coming out here for you, Virgo, and it's just giving you some encouragement. Synchronicity still came out here. But this card says, be your brilliant self. I'm not really sure why this card will be coming out. When we get into the tarot, we'll find out why that card is coming out here for you. But it tells you to get in touch with who you are as a person. It talks about going about your daily life and doing everything to your very best. And I feel like sometimes too, Virgos put a lot of pressure on themselves, that they feel like they should be doing things, with perfection. But I just feel like this is more so you realizing that you are worth like 1,000,000 stars, Virgo. This is really about your self-worth and what you tell yourself, what you believe about who you are. This always reminds me of that movie where the maid was trying to encourage the little girl that she was somebody, right? So I feel like the universe is doing the same thing to you, Virgo. I mean, for some of you guys, you may be feeling down in the dumps. So looking at this card, it's saying that you are great. And you need to hear that. Maybe you need to hear that you are great, Virgo. This is a number 3. It talks about freedom and communication. I feel like that is going to be a theme for you over the next 3 months, okay? Communication can come through a love interest. It can come through a new job. Maybe, hearing something back about the home that you've been inquiring. And freedom from something. Now, that is interesting because for some of you, you have been feeling very stuck and a little hopeless about some things. So that's the card that's coming out. Now, what we're going to do is push this to the side and we're going to be doing your tarot. So we're going to see what's going to come out here for you, Virgo. And this could be everything. This could be everything. It doesn't have to be just one thing, but we're going to see the main themes that come out for you. This is for Virgo. Virgo. And I most likely will do the 1 card thing that I always do. Card that flipped here for you, Virgo, is the 4 of Swords. Okay. 4 of Swords, Virgo. I mean, I think this card came out for you the other day. 4 of Swords talks about a pause. It's the opposite because here you have a pause and then this one is talking about you're off to the races. You have a pause, and then this card is saying, no more waiting. You have somewhere to be. So I feel like for a lot of you here with this 4 of Swords, this can be anything, right? What have you been waiting for? What has been at a standstill? Whether it, does it have something to do with your money? Does it have something to do with a relationship? Just life in general. Things have not been moving for you. And so the 4 of Swords is a standstill. But then the Chariot is the opposite. It's like you may be here. This is where you've been, but the Chariot is saying this is where you're going, right? Especially being a major arcana made this even more sweeter because the major arcanas are going to always supersede anything with the minor, okay? So hopefully that sounds good. that's good news to you, hopefully. I'm not really sure what that means for you in your life, but hopefully that's some good news as far as, you know, things starting to move for you. And this is also just, you needed that pause, you needed that rest, for many reasons, right? You know, sometimes the Four of Swords can talk about the energy of prayer. And I feel like for a lot of you, you could be in this energy where you've been needing to have more confidence in the universe. This is meditation. This is a spiritual awakening here for you. So I do see a lot with that Four of Swords. Okay, now we're going to go ahead. We're going to keep going. We're going to see what else is going to come out. And you need this solitude, right? Because in the beginning part of the reading, it talked about you being your brilliant self, but you need to know that, right? You need to know that you are brilliant. You need to know that you are valuable and that you're worth it. And part of that Four of Swords is like, that is what you are telling yourself. This is what you are realizing in this moment of solitude. Okay. Now let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is going to be for Virgo. Hi, Keita. Oh my gosh. Whoa. Let me tell you what's so crazy about this. Not only did you have the Knight of Wands, but you had the Seven of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is a very wild energy. And I mean wild to the point where this is super busy. Okay, now Virgo, this is when things start to get juicy. Okay, because remember the Chariot came out with that Four of Swords. This is the Knight of Wands. Again, I can always tell what it's saying. The cards could be different, but I can always tell when there's a language, when it's trying to tell you something, okay? That Chariot was the thing that did it for you, okay? The Knight is these are opportunities. We see it with the Seven of Cups, and this is in different areas too. So I don't want you to think that this is only with love, but I'm telling you right now, I really didn't expect a lot of that. I didn't expect all the different types of choices and options that you're going to have in love to come up in here so quickly. And they really did pop out of your read, your second position. It popped out. Okay. And I'm happy to see this, especially for those who are single. You know, you've been here. Well, you know, Yasmin, I haven't really been dating. There has not really been anyone in my life. I haven't really had anyone that I was really interested in. Okay. And then it changes just like that. Right? Just with a snap of the finger, it literally changed. And you guys saw me, you know, shuffle. I don't want it to be just about love. So I want to move on to a different area for a second. And then we're going to get back to the love aspect. The Knight of Wands is enthusiasm. So you see here, this is like that energy of like, I'm not really in the mood. I'm not really in the mood to do anything. I'm not really feeling life right now here with the Four of Swords. And a lot of things could have put you in that place. It could have been just feeling disheartened because of disappointment, because people let you down. Maybe because it just life looks a little gloomy. But then when you get to the Knight of Wands is like, oh, a pep in the step. Something starts to happen. And the thing that starts to happen is some things, because the Seven of Cups isn't just one, right? We're saying opportunities that are going to start just falling out of the sky. Why do I say falling out of the sky? Synchronicity. That means that things are starting to happen for you and it feels like, wait, like, am I supposed to be standing here right now? It is going to feel very like unreal. Synchronicity is like, it's fated. So you're going to have people calling you for a job that you've been waiting for 2 months. You've been waiting for these people to call you back for 2 months, and all of a sudden they're calling you back. And you're like, wait a minute, I've never even thought that was going to happen. Or you have 4 people who are trying to get a home, and for some odd reason, they're getting you, even though you were the least likely candidate to get the house. The Knight is a feeling in this reading because it's the opposite of the rest. So now you have that pep in your step. But there's a reason why, because the Seven of Cups brings these opportunities to you. Something that you've been wanting. Now, if we go back to love, this is easy. I've had, you know, different Virgos even on the phone with me when I'm giving them a prediction. And for them, it even seems so unreal that I'm telling them that they're going to be dating, especially when they have not been dating in years. That's the rest. Four of Swords is the exact same thing that they've been experiencing. Some of you have been there. You may have had a date maybe once or twice within like a year or so or 2 years, but it has never been like this. It has never been like that. The Seven of Cups and the Knight of Wands. It hasn't been like that. And this is why I always say, what is this? So these eclipses bringing? What is this eclipse kind of doing for Virgo? What is it doing? I feel like it's bringing opportunities in here for you so you can start dating, so you can meet the one. And I'm saying the one, not because I just, you know, I'm just saying talking crap, right? It's because we've been seeing marriage in your reading a lot. So in order for you to even be married or come to a place where you can marry, you have to come across people. There has to be people in your life that you're going to say yes or no to. And this is about to start happening for you on such a mass level. All of that resting is going to be over and done. A lot of people coming in your life. Now, are they all going to be good? Okay, Virgo, I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to say everybody that comes in your life is going to be amazing. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that you're going to be coming across Prince Charming every time you meet somebody. Okay? I'm saying that you are getting closer to the one. But this does feel like a warming up energy. You can't go from this to a marriage. And it's funny because even you in the comment section saying, well, yeah, that's the same for me. I haven't really been out. You know, I haven't really dated. You know, imagine you coming across somebody that you really like and you're awkward. There's this awkwardness, right? There's this weird awkwardness because you haven't dated in so long. You don't even know what it feels like to be around a person that you find attractive. The universe is like, okay, before I throw you into the lake, into the ocean, okay, of these emotions that you're going to have for someone, you need to get the feel for it again. So look at this as a warming up effect. Okay? Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is for Virgo. All right, you had two that flipped over. Wow. 10 of Cups and a Queen of Cups. Look at the ocean of emotions. Speaking of which, two cards that comes out talks about your feelings. Oh, this is going to be deep emotionally. Emotionally, you really are going to start feeling something for someone. And like I said before, I feel like that pause was needed because you go to the extreme. And I'm going to be honest with you, this reading really is the extreme. You go from nothing to something to almost everything. You go from something to everything. The 10 of Cups is everything emotionally. This is destitute. This is dry. This is the desert. This is nothing here. This is a sense of lack. You go from nothing to something. 10 of Cups really is your feelings and your emotions because it is the ultimate fulfillment. It is the ultimate feeling. And can I tell you, it's coming out with the 6 of Wands. The 6 of Wands is like, yeah. You have a reason to be excited here. You have a reason to be feeling a little optimistic here. There's going to be someone who I feel is going to also validate your feelings in this reading. Someone that you're going to be interested in as far as romantically. That's the reason why I really like this read. Now, interesting, you got the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups is, it is funny because I was in my head asking for the other person after that card came out. You could be dealing with a water sign. Now, there's a few cards here that makes me feel like you could be dealing with a water sign and someone potentially younger than you, because I was asking what type of person this would be. And even if they are not a water sign, they have water temperament. which means they could be a fire sign, but they're very, they're in touch with their feelings, in touch with their emotions. But I do feel like you could be dealing with a water sign or someone or someone who is a little bit younger than you. There is an age gap, I feel, okay? I'm not saying that the long term necessarily is going to be, so much of an age gap, but I feel like it's somebody that you're going to be dealing with very soon, if not now. There's an age gap here, okay? Or some type of, some kind of age difference, okay? Yeah, I'll say it that way. Let's go ahead. Let's keep going. This is for Virgo. Thank you so much, Carla. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, you got the Knight of Swords. The opposite of rest. Here it is again. I've sat here and I thought about it. It's the complete opposite of the resting that we saw earlier in the reading. Four of Swords is a pause. The Chariot came out as the movement. Then what came out after the Four of Swords, which is the Knight of Wands. There it is, a movement again. The Knight of Swords is the movement again. It's almost talk about the quickness of it too. So we're saying that for a lot of you, if you've been in this pause, if you've been in this rest, especially with both of these coming out together, some of you ain't going to even get out of the week without talking to someone new. Maybe you're going to go somewhere on the weekend. You got the eclipse energy. Maybe some of you guys are traveling, or some people could be coming into town. But I feel like if you go out, I don't know, this feels like the Ten of Cups is like a gathering. This could be with friends, family, or whatever, right? It could be some type of, I don't know why I'm saying either like a graduation or some type of party where you may meet someone in that vicinity. Okay, so this feels very soon, like it could be this weekend for some of you. There it is, Three of Cups. I told you, some type of party or gathering. Now, I know I said that this reading was more than just love, so I do want to talk about that for a second. Some of you may be getting some type of news about someone's health this week, or, it looks like you already did get some type of news about somebody's health here. I do feel like there's some good news coming up, though, because you got the Three of Cups that's coming out that talks about good news or some type of celebration. But I do feel like there is some type of communication that some of you are getting about health. Now, some of you, this could be you, right? I mean, this could be you. You could be at a place where you're trying to, fix your health or restore your health, something like that. Let's see. And interesting enough, the Restore Health card came out. So I am seeing that for you. Five of Swords. Yeah, with this one, it's making me feel like this has something to do with circulation problems, circulation issues. There's also stomach. I've been having really bad headaches. But stomach issues for some of you. And I'm also seeing insomnia that some of you guys are having here, okay? I think some of you are going to have to change your diet. You got a few cards that talks about things that you consume that may have an impact on your health as well, okay? This is for Virgo. Okay. Let's get one more. Thank you. Here it is. There's a King of Cups. You got a lot of water sign here. A lot of water energy today. You got a lot of water. You got a lot of water here. Got that Ace of Cups. Okay, so you do have new love in your reading. Okay, we're going to go back to that in a minute. But like I said, I don't want this to be only dealing with your love life. I do want to tell you this. Remember in the beginning of this, we were talking about you being brilliant. I am seeing that for a lot of you, you feel like there has been something that has been knocked down or destroyed. I saw an image of like Legos and like someone kicked it over. Now, I don't know what that means for you. What does that mean? and you were building something. You were building something. You were probably at a good place, right? And then all of a sudden someone came in and knocked something over. Now, what's so interesting about this energy is that you can always rebuild. And I like the fact that Spirit showed me Legos. It's a little bit different because it could have been a building. No, Legos of all things, right? So I feel like it's one of those things where you may felt very ruined, about something or something that may not have happened the way that you wanted to, and that was the kick, right? But we know as children, what happened? We may cry about it when our brother or our sister do some shit like that. But then we turn right back around and be like, that's okay. And you be so determined, right? Because part of the Eight of Pentacles talks about determination. You're so determined to rebuild again. And that's what I'm seeing. There's this energy here where if something where you felt like you were ruined or someone kind of, kicked you when you were down, that the Eight of Pentacles talks about you rebuilding yourself back up. Okay. And that is what the Eight of Pentacles is basically saying in this reading. And this is a part of your self-love. In order for you to even get to that place, and in order for you to even have the confidence to rebuild again, it took something within you. It was a realization. And this is why I was saying before, part of that being brilliant, this is what you're starting to realize. I don't think that was, I feel like that was something that was missing within you where you didn't necessarily believe it before. And now you're doing it. You got a lot. Here you have the Ace, which is a new beginning. You also had the 10, which is, part of some type of fulfillment that you're going to have. But I also love the fact that you had the King. Okay. There's a lot of maturity that has occurred with you. You've matured during these processes of people knocking you down, kicking you when you were down, that type of stuff. There's this maturity that you've gained. And I feel like, it could have been family issues. Sometimes the Ten of Cups talks about family situations, family problems. So even if it was a family situation, you know how to handle it. That's the difference. You don't respond the way you used to respond. You have your mom or your sister or your uncle, whoever, say something to you at a family gathering. And, your family more than anybody knows your triggers and they know what to say to you in order for you to respond and to react. That King of Cups talks about you're going to surprise them now. Because you're no longer in that energy. You're no longer in the energy of being what you used to be. You understand who you are now and you have matured in that area. And that actually happens not just in family relationships. This happens also in love relationships as well. That's a part of the building. And so I get that, like, sometimes when we go through things, we get very angry, but I feel like that kick did something to you. Because it's the building, then it's the maturity. It's how you respond to things that may occur to you after, after the rebuild. Okay, so to speak. And this is part of your soul. This is how you feel about yourself. This is how you feel about life and people. I love the fact that the Ace is the last card that's showing in your reading because truly, look at this, the Tower. And it's the only card in reverse, by the way. I don't do reversals anyway, but that's okay. We already talked about a breakthrough. But the Ace is a blessing. It's blessings to me. Aces are always blessings. It is opportunities, especially that we saw earlier in the reading. Remember, we saw earlier in the beginning of this reading, we saw opportunities that are going to come in here for you. I don't know why lately Virgo's readings have been so heavy on love. We have not seen that in, how long? I don't think Virgo's had this much love reading possibly since I've been on YouTube. And it's like when I'm trying to talk about other stuff, love keeps coming out. And here it is again. Love keeps coming out. Some of you guys are, even especially seeing that Tower, when I moved that Ace of Cups, a lot of you, part of the reason why that Four of Swords is there, because you have experienced some very detrimental energies and feelings from someone that you loved a lot. This could have been someone that you built a family with. I don't want to make it seem like everything is just so peachy keen here and everything is just so, happy go lucky. I feel like this is very much so a single reading today. But I do see that for a lot of you who have been in marriages and long-term committed relationships, those who have children with someone, this has not been easy at all. That Tower card is, can I even trust you? But then I love you. But then I can't trust you. And then you got the wolf here. Right? So it's like the wolf is always considered that slick animal. Okay? But then the Ace of Cups talks about the love. But then I also see how there's been mistreatment in this reading as well. So it's like, I don't trust you. I don't like you sometimes either, but then I love you. A lot of you who have been in long-term committed relationships have very complicated love lives. And I mean, it's really been that way for you. But I feel like there's an opportunity that truly that a lot of you guys are about to experience, whether you are single or married or with someone, to start something back up, to start something. There could be a new here. The Ace of Cups talks about a new. I thought it was interesting that the Tower card is in reverse because it's like, I could leave you. I could have left you. We almost got divorced. We almost broke up. This could have been a disaster, but I feel like something happened. I think that was in your reading earlier, right? That I posted because I did that reading yesterday. I think that was in your reading earlier when we talked about miracles happening for you in relationships. How where something literally looked like it was just over. It was the end. Like we can't do nothing about this. It ain't nothing we can do to ever make this right. But I'm not seeing that. I feel like there's a healing, which is the reason why the Four of Swords even came out in the first place. I feel like there's a healing in a relationship for a lot of you. This is a really good love reading for Virgos, no matter where you are on the spectrum, whether you are single or if you are in some type of coupling. There is something that could occur that looks like this can actually happen in a really good light for you. Okay. But either way, when you experience a tower, a shocking moment, a ungrounding, the beginning of the reading says, the universe wants you to still remind yourself that you are good enough, that you are still brilliant. It doesn't matter what someone else has done or has been doing to you. It doesn't matter, that you are still worthy of what you feel you deserve. Okay? And that's the reason why I'm going to end it that way. Okay? But Virgo, this is what I have for you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. I may come back on and do Sagittarius, but either way. But this is what I have for you guys. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, all that information is down below. Have a good night, and I will see you later. Bye.